All right, today was a longer trading day. Wait, what did I just say, bro? Today was a longer trading day than usual for me. I just literally got done. Um, yeah, let's get straight into it. I had a break even trade on the combine and caught a winning trade on the live account. We had no news today. Market dumped during like Asian session and then pumped right back up when Trump and other people were saying we're not in a trade war, and Trump was saying as well that the tariffs won't be sustainable, they won't last. So that's why it started picking back up. So yeah, let's just get right in the trade. Like I said, caught this winning trade on the live account, and we just got hit with break even on the combine. So going into the day, pre-market or when market opened, we started pumping up. I didn't really have any. There was really no entry for us to take a long. The only possible way I was gonna enter today, if market presented me with something, was to take a short. So that's what we eventually took today. We took a short, or I took a short. Trade was based on these highs getting swept right here. It got swept and then made its move down. So this is the initial thing I was looking at. So when we sweep this low, I was looking, okay, we could potentially have a trade right here, but then it pushed up and then hit this high. This is just a regular 5-minute high. With that, we made an SMT. So we took out this high, right? We still swept 1 hour highs, both indexes, right? Swept these highs, and then yeah, after that, that's a liquidity sweep. After that, I'm looking for a 5-minute confirmation. Since we rejected, actually, I'm gonna get into that low after. Okay, so we got a 5-minute confirmation with this SMT. Let's make sure I mark out the right thing. Let me delete these lines. Okay, we have a 5-minute SMT with these 5-minute highs all the way over here. Failed to hit those highs on the S&P, and we literally sweep those highs on the Nasdaq right here. And so in turn, when we make an SMT, we create a high right there. And then since ES was the leading index, I was looking at ES for the most part. Marked out equilibrium from these range highs, from these range lows. We come in, we can scale down on the 1 minute. Come in right there. Now, I could have entered right here. So once we get that retracement into equilibrium, and then a 1 minute breaker structure, I could strictly have entered right there, which honestly in hindsight looks like the better entry, and we would have got a way better RR, it looks like. But since we rejected this liquidity sweep and we kept pushing higher, and we looked very bullish. On the hourly, we invalidated all these fair value gaps. 4 hour, invalidated this fair value gap. We were just severely bullish. So I wanted to see an extra confirmation. And so for me, that was either IFVG or a breaker structure. And we got both of them. So after I saw that, I just strictly entered. My entry was just based on right after we got that 5-minute close with this. So 9:30, 5-minute candle, that closes at 9:35. 9:35, I entered right here. So that was what the entry was based on the combine. You know, it would have been cool to get this entry up here. The OTE, honestly, ideal entry right here. But, you know, I just wanted to play it safe. I wanted extra confirmation that the market wants to go lower. And so, yeah. This line was break even because we was at a 101 right here, and I was risking 1,000 trying to get 1.5R so I can get the maximum profit target for this combine. For these evals now, I'm just gonna try to pass it as quick as I can. I trust myself, I trust in the edge, and yeah, I'm just gonna try to pass it as soon as I can. I could have risked like 1.5 for 1-to-1, but you know, it is what it is. Ended up obviously get stopped at break even. We hit this low, we swept this low, which is my take profit on the live. But we failed to do that on the NASDAQ, and in turn, we created a 5-minute SMT right here, which is basically pumping this move to the upside. We can look on the S&P, on the live. My entry, I took it first on the top step, and then after the fact on ES, I put a limit order right here at this entry of this unfilled 5-minute gap, and yeah, so my entry was like at 72.25 entry on top step, so a 3-point entry difference. But yeah, stop loss was based on the same thing. I probably could have put stop loss at this high, at these highs even, but it was just what I decided to. I just put it at these highs. And yeah, my one and only take profit was at this low. I was thinking about putting at this low because it was just another 5-minute low, but good thing I didn't. I put stops or take profit right here. Let's put the executions on. There it is. Maybe this is the method, bro. Just pull out your emoji, and yeah, it could potentially go in your favor. That's really it. It's unfortunate. I wish I could have hit on top step. Honestly, it was just like what happened yesterday. We got a winning trade on the combine, and yesterday we lost. We got a winning trade on the live and lost on the combine. Won on the live today and hit break even today on the eval. So it's Friday. Next week we can look at no news Monday. Probably not going to be trading that day. Tuesday and Wednesday should be good. We'll see. There's no news, so. And then Thursday, Friday should be good. So CPI, we're gonna see how that plays out, because I don't think we've had big native. What am I saying? Big news data in a while. When's the last time we got, because of the shutdown? When's the last time we got big news data? That's not anything crazy. Yeah. I didn't even think CPI is coming out, because isn't CPI government news or something? We're actually getting CPI next week? Yeah. We'll have to see how the market reacts. I don't know if I'm actually going to trade this day. CPI on a Friday, it's probably going to be very volatile, very improbable. We'll have to see how it reacts in the pre-market 1 hour before market opens. We also have this news we have to wait for. What is something else? Okay. Oh yeah. So with this entry right here, so with the first initial liquidity sweep, right? The reason, let's see. Okay, yeah. So we had a potential, like I said earlier, we had this first initial liquidity sweep, right? Which I was looking at. I forgot to mention though, there's a reason why I didn't enter though. Let's see. So we had a 5-minute SMT. So this, I don't know if you can see that, but this high barely takes out that high. And that same high on the ES is right here. And we failed to hit that high, right? Yeah, failed to hit that high. So we make a 5-minute SMT. Okay, that is the confirmation. So we get the liquidity sweep, 5-minute confirmation. After that, we're looking for a retracement to equilibrium. I would probably still take it on ES because it's the leading index. And look at that. So, right here, we come into equilibrium. We're still in bullish order flow. Wait. Oh, the reason why I didn't enter. Okay. The reason why I didn't enter on ES is because we simply didn't get an entry. But look on the Nasdaq. We actually broke structure right here, or actually right here. Even though we never broke structure to the upside, so really. But yeah, I was still looking at this. I was still marking stuff out. We're in the macro. You know, it's the ideal time to take something. And honestly, I think I was just waiting for this fair value gap to get invalidated. Wait. I swear. Because I remember there was another entry. So this is why I waited for extra confirmation to actually take the trade. Because there was a potential right here. When market opened, we created like some sort of SMT. I don't know, there's just so much going on, dude. And I don't even think it's any point to really explain. Yeah, that's the reason why we didn't enter on here. Because we simply didn't get the entry on ES, and then we ended up just pumping away. But here was another one because we're coming in, we're retracing, right? And I was like potentially thinking about taking something. I must have deleted the high. Let's see. Yeah, there's a high right here. What's that same high? It's right here. Let me go in. Oh yeah, so look at this. Actually, I don't know what this is. What I'm talking about with this. Because we didn't make an SMT. Yeah, it was just... I think it was just honestly these two. So right here, break a structure. We swept liquidity 2 times. Okay, I think my brain is pretty fried right now after being on the charts for like 3 hours. So, yeah, that's about it. You can't even see me. A winning week, but just all I had to be focused on is if I did my job. Did I execute my edge that I define as an edge? Did I do what I was supposed to do? If I did that, then cool. But if I didn't, that's a problem. So I just got to keep reminding myself every day I have a job to do on the chart. It's either I take a trade or don't. And if that trade is taken, did I follow everything that defines that edge? And if I did, I can't be happy or mad about the outcome. It's not about being right or avoid being wrong. It's about literally executing your edge. So I gotta carry that with me every single trading day and remind myself repeatedly, no matter how many times it takes, until it becomes a habit. And I'm not trying to be consistent to a point where I just am consistent, you know? That's the level I'm trying to get to. I don't want to have to try to be profitable because I am profitable. You need to get to that point where you're not trying to do anything. You do the things because that's who you are. Just like anything else in life. Not to get on a little rant there, but yeah, I'm just trying to keep myself level-headed, stay humble, stay grounded. Just because I won like 4 trades in a row now, kinda on the live at least, doesn't mean anything. That could all go away within the span of a week, a day if you make it. So yeah, gotta stay focused on what really matters. Focus on the process. So I'm out. God bless.